What up YouTube, your boy Mr. Scammer here. I've got a little video for you on P3D, and today we are flying the PMDG 777-300 Air France from Paris Charles de Gaulle to Punta Cana, I think that's how you say it. So if we go inside, we're on cold and dark, so of course I'm going to go through the whole cold and dark procedure, which is a bit different. I don't think I've done that yet for the triple, so yeah, let's crack on inside. Boom, inside the flight deck now. Oh god, just pulled the headset off my face, trying to turn down my TV. Doesn't seem to want to turn down. There we go. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to want to do, go up to your overhead panel. Actually, I might just buzz around. Not that one, that one. Oh, that means I've got to go all the way back round the views. Okay, so first of all, the triple. Turn on your battery. We are going to want to connect external power. We have to get the FMCs up for that first. So if we go to the upper panel of the overhead, we have your standby power, your backup heat, all your maintenance bits, all your tests and stuff. Open up the standby power latch, click and then left click it so it goes onto battery, and then close that back up. Back in the cockpit, back in the flight deck, in the captain's seat, we should have everything starting to want to try and boot up really. I don't know where the domes are on. Of course that's what initially happens when you turn on power for any aircraft. We have to give it a while just to kind of try and start opening up everything. So yeah, click over into your if this is straight from cold and dark, which mine is, you want to open up your FMC, go to FS actions. What's next? Ground connections. When I set your wheel chocks, they should already be set. Whatever GPU you want, I've got a single GPU here, so I want to connect that single GPU. And then once you connect your GPU, you should have an available light where your primary external power is. Simply just click that. That's sorted. We now have power coming to the aircraft. Should wait a few. Take a while for everything just to try and start going through. Of course, you've got your standby attitude, altitude, speed, all initializing and stuff. So if we wait a second, we should get our time. You'll hear the oral warning. I think that's how you say it. Come up soon, like the speakers trying to work. Then of course we've got the screens eventually come on it one by one. So it all takes a while. So I can't really think of what else to do until all the screens come on and stuff. That's always a good thing to do. I never knew this on the start of using the triple, doing cold and dark. I always just think, oh, the radio panel's on, so why can't I communicate with anyone? It turns out you actually have to select which one you want. So it's always good just to, you're gonna want to click this left VHR one. Just click on this little dial here. That basically turns the mic, which is a really awesome feature. So if I wanted to swap into there, I'd have to. That's a different frequency. If I wanted to go to the co-pilot one, that's over there. So these are both the same, and then of course you go to VHR right, and that operates out the VHR right one. So it's all really cool features PMDG do. Oh, does that mean I can listen to both? Let's do. That's pretty cool. Didn't know I could do that. So yeah, our screens just come up. We should get the other warning come up soon. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is check on the overhead. Overhead, you want to turn on your AD. God, you want to turn on the ADIRU. I don't know what that stands for. I don't know what the acronym is, but you want to just turn that on. That's basically the equivalent of doing the IRS on the 7.3 and stuff like that. 7.3, 7.5, all that kind of stuff. So that's basically what that is. Then go back into your FMC. Blah 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 blah. Position in it. I'm at Amsterdam, so it's Echo. There's the oral warning. Echo Hotel Alpha Mike goes into there. What gate are we at? I should say on the terminal. Otherwise I've got no idea. Actually I need to initialise GSX. That'll tell you what gate I'm at. I hope. Okay, no it doesn't. There we go. Come on, don't kill my frames here. Okay, that's alright. I can't think what game at. Basically, if you want to just double check it, check your position. I think we are at East 0.7. Oh, these are both the same anyway. So most time you just do the normal top one. So last position. That goes. Click the right, top right. Gets that set inertial position. That sets up the route and everything. So our route today, I actually just need to quickly pop off into the. Just need to load my flight plan into my hard drive. So 2 seconds. Okay, so we're back. I've loaded the flight plan. Well, I haven't loaded the flight plan. I put the flight plan onto my hard drive, so that should now initiate. So, of course, our origin is. Oh, we're not even at Amsterdam. We're at Charles de Gaulle. Oh, sorry about that. I've just remembered I'm not even at Amsterdam. I used to fly in KLM, but I've done a couple Air France routes because they're joined, so the virtual airlines we fly for both. Oh, I can't believe I've done that. So we're at Charles de Gaulle, sorry, which is Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf, and we're going to Punta Cana, which is Mike Delta Papa Charlie, and then we should have a route which you want to go to. Well, to load in your route, basically want to get a PM. If you're using whatever flight plan you're using, I normally use SimBrief, which is great. It's free. All you gotta do is literally sign up. So that's great, really. All you do is sign up, and it gives you real-world routes. And you can download them in any format for whatever aircraft you're flying. So once you get your PMDG route file, you want to stick it into the from your downloads folder into your like P3D FSX directory, then the PMDG folder, then flight plans, then 777. Once that comes up, you can literally, once you stuck it in there, put all this details in, you can go route request. So if I just go, this is when the another awesome feature of the PMDG comes in, where it's got a proper route loading system. There you go, you can hear the bing bong. Route uplink ready. Load it. Route 1 uplink loading. There we go, that's in. It's loaded the co-route, that's the right number. Sweet, and then we got our route. So if we go through the routes, there we go, we got all of them. I like to put our departure, arrival airport even into the flight plan, purely because it lets us decide it lets us like continue to the waypoint. We don't have a discontinuity at this last point, which could be like hundreds of miles away from the airport. It just continues the route. So if I go on to have a little look outside, we've got our caterers coming on. I might as well get the fuel now as well. Take a screenshot. I'm going to open up this FMC here. Our payload today, is this pounds or kilos? Oh good, it's in kilos. So KLM virtual, that's what I'm flying for today. They give me a load sheet which has specific ones in it. So our first class, we only have a free class thing. Don't know how that's gonna work. I'll also get rid of the entry 5. What's the other one? Entry 2, closing. And arm. Oh god, what am I doing? It's gonna stop me for this fuel truck thing? closing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just pop up. I'm gonna have to sort out some settings for a little bit. So 2 seconds. Okay, so I couldn't find a way of like changing the like the class setups and stuff. So I'm just gonna crack on with it anyway. So I'll go to our 0 fuel weight, where it is on this screen here. The 0 fuel weight is 23768, so 2377. I can go in there. Invalid entry. Why? Oh no, that's not going to do this again, is it? What's the maximum? Not going to have we haven't got a full triple. How does it do this? Every time when I fly the triple, it's like, oh, yep, that's not going to make it. Our fuel, our total fuel, is apparently 84.2. Hey, it's not going to be enough. It was literally the same the last time I flew to. So if I had that, odds up a bit. I wonder if it's going to keep coming up with insufficient fuel. I guarantee it does. Our flight number is AFR AFR968. Just that. Let's activate the route. Cost index. What is the Air France cost index? 2 seconds again. So our cost index we should operate. There's a nice little booklet I'm reading at the moment. Long haul is 45. Doesn't seem a lot at all. $45. Oh, I've got to have. Yep, we're in data. So that's 45. That's a 0 fuel weight. Our reserves, well, what we're supposed to have when we finally get back, is 4.3. 4.3 tons. Cruise altitude being 31,100 feet. 310 goes in there. Have we got insufficient fuel warning? Surprisingly enough, no. Load our wind data. Sent forecast uplink ready. So our wind data, that's always useful to have. So legs, oh, why isn't it coming up completely? Okay, so let me have a little look what runway is in use. Okay, so let's go. Trying to flight radar. It's always a handy way of determining what runway is in use at an airport. Probably the best and easiest way. Well, we are using. Is that landing? It's departing. So an EasyJet is this just departed off the 08 runway. 08 left is in use. Our first waypoint is that's not our first waypoint. Our first waypoint is PG 82. Okay, I don't know what that is. EVEX, let's just say EVEX is probably the easiest one to say. So runway 08 on left. Oh, wrong one. 08 left. EVX. Ah, brilliant. Is it EVX or ETX? EVX. Oh, great. So if I get my charts up, that's going to be an easier way to do it. Okay, so, convenient, I'm already on the parametrical charts. So, SIDS on my 08 left, 08 right. What's our first one? 8.2. Yeah, we'll pass that anyway. Eric's 1 Hotel / 1 Lima. So if we go for the 1 Hotel. There we go. Okay, 2 seconds, someone's at the door. I was waiting for that warning. We have got an insufficient fuel warning. Brilliant. Cheers, KLM. So, EVX 1 Hotel. Papa 88, I can see these all on the chart. It's kind of given me a SID already in there, but it hasn't. Which one's collude? Where is collude? I can't see that one at all. So let me go to the general airport chart. So EVX is over there. I think this one's right. That's what I think. Bus costs. So that one is SIDS. It's alright left. Which one's the other? Which one's the other on my? 09. Zero 09. Which one's the 09? PG 88. Okay, let me zoom out on the navigation display just so I have a look what that looks like. Urix is completely in a different direction. Trying to work out what's the best way, because none of these SIDs seem to follow this kind of direction. A bit in a... Literally none of them go over to that direct way. I think I'm just going to follow my flight plan, really. So if I go PG88 and cover that with this PG88 one, so it's like that. That looks better. How about my fuel now? Fuel 5.5. Apparently. Okay, so just to make sure I'm having enough fuel, I'm gonna go back to my perf. 45. Kind of just double checks it all. Okay, so I'm gonna get boarding now from GSX. About 25 minutes until we're scheduled to depart. Okay, so if I stick my flight plan into a V pilot, which is that one, 1300. Okay, so I've got a open up some doors. Menu, PMDG action, doors. Which ones does it want me to open? Entry 1. Why is my entry 1 open? Don't know why that one's not letting me disarm it. Open our cargoes. Close that one. Close that one. Arm and arm. Right, okay. So flight plan is sorted. I don't know why is that not coming up now? There we go. Okay, so I'll just set this one up. Start setting up all our stuff. 310. Go back into RFMC. Go on my quick route. Take off. Flap 10, I'd say. Can we get flap 10? Entry. I think it's either flaps. Flap 15 is not going to work. No. Aha. Okay, let's stick on flaps 15 then. That help? Nope, 160, 170. Wow, we're heavy. Okay, so if you stick on our hydraulics now, might as well turn on our APU. Okay. Nav lights go on. Should have an APU page. What's that going to be? It's going to be in the status one. There we go. See the APU running up there in the middle screen. So we've got to wait for our RPM to get to 100 and then we can officially, it should be ready. Take on the power and the packs and stuff. As soon as it hits 100, it's sorted. Got RPM 100. This should be now available, should be on. Which it is. Passengers comfort, stick on our packs. Isolation valves are all on auto. Fuel pumps can go on. I know there is a specific procedure to doing these. You have to do that one, then that one, then that one, and something like that. For doing these hydraulic pumps, but I generally just turn them all on, just to auto. And then you stick on your electric pumps. Okay, so sounds aware that's all for the time being. Let's do a couple tests. In real life, before you start off any like the engine or anything, is it that one? I don't want to click that one in case it's not. You have to do like the tests. I can't remember in the triple where they are. Stick on my parking brake. Brake accumulator should have got moved. Where is the APU test on this? There it is. Yep, so it's working. Is this the individual ones? That's when I find out I've just set off an extinguisher. Good, I haven't. Okay, so we're now going to want to disconnect all the power and stuff like that. So ground, all operations. Oh, what am I doing? Ground connections. Just stick that there. Quickly pop up to here. Once I switch off our external power. So the power surge should be on the APU. Disconnect it. Make sure your parking brakes set. As you saw them when I went down to the floor quadrants, I set the parking brake. To remove our wheel chocks. Doors. Okay, so how long have we got? We've got about 20 minutes. We can probably arrange 10 more minutes just to probably take off 10 minutes earlier. So, there's not really much else in the triple to do apart from all of that. Really just have a look around everywhere to make sure everything's on. There's nothing like these. The generators, these will be off. These will be off until the... Oh, it's hard to explain. These will be off until the engines are on, because these are all like the left generator control. This goes down to the engine. This is engine driven, so that's number 1, that's number 2. Some of the hydraulics, of course you're going to have your fault on the left engine side. Of course it's not on, so there's nothing to drive the hydraulics. Same with the right engine. Seatbelts can go to auto. Not really anything else to do apart from TCAS. No ATC at the moment, so I'm going to stick it to 2002. Do a quick TCAS test. I like doing. Oh, let's go. There we go. Oh, yeah. TCAS test. 122.8, which is the VATSIM Unicom.
TCAS test pass.
Yay. I don't know where all the is that the oxygen? There's the oxygen mask. That's the oxygen tests. I've got the thing. I think the boiling is going to take quite a while. How much more containers we got and stuff? We've got a couple. I'll quickly let this continue. I'll stop speaking for the time being until we are ready for pushback and stuff.